All right, guys, so I got my shipment here of wolf cichlids. Good size on them too. About to float them in here and put them in the quarantine tanks for a little bit. Do some meds on them. Make sure that, you know, they're parasite free, all that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, find a place for them. I think eventually, I only got, I think five or six of them. So they're eventually probably going to go in here with the Central and South Americans. And I'm looking to sell these two. I'm going to list these two on the website and here locally, actually, because it'll be easier to avoid the shipping the big guys. But yeah, they'll probably end up in here. So excited to see how these guys look. First time having wolf cichlids, so should be cool. Here's how I float them. Just kind of put them in the aquarium here and just let them hang out there for about 15 minutes, maybe 20. And just let the water that's in the bag get close to the temperature that's in the aquarium. So when I put them in the actual aquarium, there's not like really a shock factor going on. So I decided to do a quick water change here on these aquariums because I noticed that the ammonia was a little bit high. So I'm doing about an 80% water change on both of these where I'm adding new fish just to make sure that, you know, they're all good and in optimal condition because they just went through, you know, 24 hours on the flight. So I'm going to put the wolf cichlids probably in here, or I'm going to move these guys out and put the wolf cichlids in there while I put them in quarantine treatment, which is going to be Paragard and Metroplex, just to make sure that, you know, they're disease free. Here's the sweaty aftermath of getting a bunch of new fish in. I say a bunch, it was only about 10 and a bunch of them were small. But the real trouble was just trying to figure out how to organize everything. So I ended up moving the Fajaka puffer I had in there to this middle tank. And then the quarantine tank that I had here, hospital tank, I ended up putting down there. And then here are the new wolf cichlids. I ended up putting 2 here and 3 here for now. I was thinking about just maybe taking the divider off and just putting like a bunch of places to hide and seeing if that, you know, helps calm them down. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to just put them in a bunch of separate smaller aquariums. But I think this works out best because I have all the flower horns in kind of easy to showcase aquariums, these fluvals that I really like. I think that's gonna work out great. Tomorrow I'm getting another fluval 15 here so I can kind of concentrate more of the flower horns. And I'm thinking eventually this will be just individualized showcase aquariums, and then these will be more of holding tanks and kind of quarantine tanks, either hospital or just like this where it's new shipments coming in and we just have to treat everyone and or grow them out.